back and forth. Español, ¿verdad? Acá también. Español, inglés, español, Spanish. So, if you're here, it's because you've never heard of Schoenstatt, and I'm giving you a little introduction of it. I'll sit down. It's not easy.
I went to the thing on Sampa, talk about it.
The three dynamics of a covenant of love?
Yes.
Sí, pues vaya.
Yeah. Oh,
If you've heard of the three dynamics of a covenant of love, las tres dinámicas de una alianza de amor, ¿han escuchado sobre eso? No.
I heard of it, but I couldn't tell you what
Okay.
I am the photographer.
You're the photographer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am here taking pictures.
Taking pictures.
Yeah.
Muy
You're
bien.
lucky we're not Chinese.
Yeah.
You're lucky we're not Chinese.
Chinese. Why? Why?
She got it.
Yes. I know what you mean. No worries.
There was a guy filming his piano playing. There were some Chinese nationals that said they didn't want to be in there. He couldn't take their picture, and it was his thing that he was doing. So they can't put it on the internet and stuff like that. So it was a big coup for all.
This is YouTube. One guy play piano. Yeah, I know. I watch exactly the same. Yeah, we are not in China.
We're in Big City. Santa Rita. Bienvenidos. Welcome. So I would like to give a brief introduction. Me gustaría dar una pequeña introducción sobre Schoenstatt. Hay que ponerlo en contexto de un sacerdote trabajando con seminaristas y haciéndole una propuesta a unos seminaristas. Él era el director espiritual de estos seminaristas. So we have to put in the context. Schoenstatt begins with the founder. There's a picture of him, the other one, Father Joseph Kempton. He was the spiritual director of a group of seminarians. And his desire was to, he had this kind of proposal that I preached about, that's the idea of making a proposal. Made a proposal to the seminarians who were already consecrated to Mary of how to live a Marian consecration. Let's put it that way. I think it's the best way to understand. Because Marian consecration has been around for many years. St. Louis de Montfort will be perhaps the most known in regards to Marian consecration. But one of the gifts that Schoenstatt gave is how you live it out. How to live out a Marian consecration. Lo ponemos en el contexto de un padre fundador. El padre fundador, un sacerdote que estaba trabajando con seminaristas que ya habían hecho una consagración a María. Y habiendo hecho la consagración a María, le propone, así como la homilía, la propuesta que se le hace a la congregación, la propuesta de cómo vivir una consagración mariana. El cómo vivir una consagración mariana. Ya la conocemos, la clásica de San Luis de Montfort, sería una de las consagraciones marianas más conocidas. Pero ¿cómo se vive una consagración? Después que tú haces la consagración, ¿cómo se vive? ¿Qué haces? So once you do a consecration to the Blessed Mother, how do you live it out? What do you do to live out a Marian consecration? Let me first start. Raise your hand if you've done a Marian consecration. Levante la mano si ha hecho una consagración mariana. So, for the most part, we all have. La mayor parte de nosotros hemos hecho una consagración mariana. But then the question is, okay, you did it, and how do you live it out? Well, I just did a lot of prayers for 30 days, for 33 days, the morning, and then I did the prayer, and that's it. I'm consecrated. Well, yeah, but how do you cultivate that? How do you live that out in day to day? So I think this is one of the greatest gifts that Schoenstatt gives. How to live a Marian consecration. So uno de los tesoros que yo diría, la contribución de Schoenstatt a la Iglesia Universal sería, en parte, entre muchos regalos, uno muy, muy fuerte, en mi opinión, es el cómo vivir una consagración mariana. But now, in Schoenstatt, they don't refer to it as a Marian consecration. They refer to it as the covenant of love. En Schoenstatt no le dicen una consagración, el lenguaje que ustedes dicen no es una consagración mariana, sino es una alianza de amor. Now, there's a, just by the use of the language, covenant of love. When you think of a covenant of love, marriage, that is a covenant of love. So it's two individuals who commit to each other to love faithfully, permanently, until death do us apart. There is a covenant of love established in the sacrament of marriage. Well, how would it be if we establish a covenant of love with Mary? I'm going to love her, she's going to love me, good times and bad, sickness and health, until death finally brings us together in Christ Jesus. A sense of two individuals of human dignity committing to each other in love. So it's a different language. Cuando hablamos de un lenguaje de una alianza de amor, estamos hablando como si fuera un matrimonio. O sea, el matrimonio es una alianza de amor entre dos individuos que se prometen amarse en salud, la enfermedad, la tristeza, la pobreza, hasta que la muerte nos separe. Entonces, cuando se habla de que se hace una alianza de amor con María, estamos hablando de un compromiso de amor, y no hasta que la muerte nos separe, sino hasta que la muerte finalmente nos una en Cristo Jesús, en las buenas, en las malas, salud, la enfermedad. But before I go into explaining the covenant of love, it would be important to understand, and I summarize it in what I refer to as the three dynamics of a covenant of love. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, because in doing so, I give you an introduction of what Schoenstatt is. So the three dynamics of a covenant of love with the Blessed Mother. Entonces, la enseñanza de introductoria, lo quiero resumir lo que es una alianza de amor por medio de presentar tres dinámicas que componen una alianza de amor con nuestra Madre Santísima, basada en esta propuesta que hace el padre fundador 𝐒𝐴𝒐𝐸𝐾 a estos seminaristas. So it's this three dynamics of a covenant of love. It's my synoptic way of, it's a summary of, if you read the actual document, the founding document of what this priest proposes to the seminarian, I'm going to summarize it with these 3 points. It's good to just summarize 3 points, summarize it in 3 points. Make it easy for me, okay? I'm going to try to do that. Vamos a ver si podemos resumirlo en 3 puntos. Ahora, si estamos hablando de una alianza de amor, quiere decir que hay dos partes, ¿no? If we're talking about a covenant of love, it's because we have 2 parts to this covenant. I'm going to do this part, but you're going to do this part. So it's a covenant, a contract. This is my responsibility, what I commit myself to do, and this is what you commit yourself to. You live up to your part of the covenant, I'm going to live up to my part of the covenant. So entiéndanlo como un lenguaje de contrato, de alianza. Hay responsabilidades, unas partes que son mis responsabilidades, otras que son las responsabilidades de María. Si entramos en un contrato, una alianza de amor con María, entonces, ¿qué es lo que María se compromete a hacer? ¿Qué es lo que nosotros nos comprometemos a hacer? So, I'm going to put here, what is it that Mary commits herself to do, and what we, each one of you, commit yourself to do. Aquí vamos a poner cuál es el compromiso de María, y acá vamos a poner el compromiso de cada uno de nosotros en entrar en esta alianza. Pero tenemos que imaginarnos un pequeño santuario. We have to first imagine a little shrine. If you see the little shrines of Schoenstatt, they're very cute. The little pequeño santuario de Schoenstatt. Creo que había un panfletito por ahí. Pictures of how the shrine looks from the outside. Perfect. That's how a little shrine looks like. Así es como luce una pequeña ermita. This is the Miami shrine, I can tell, because she's a little bit fatter. I mean, it's an architectural mistake, but it gives her the uniqueness that she's a little bit thicker than the rest. Yo sé que este santuario de Schoenstatt de Miami lo conozco porque es un poquito más gordito. Fue un error del ingeniero y del arquitecto y terminó siendo un poquito más gordita. Y por eso cuando lo veo, esa es la de Miami, la gordita. El santuario de Schoenstatt. So imagine the little shrine, imagínate ese pequeño santuario, un campanario muy bonito. It's a small shrine, tightly you could fit maybe 20 people. Pegadito lo que son 20 personas. Si mucho, 25, pero ese de pie uno encima del otro ahí, todo apretado. Pero es bien chiquito, it's very small. Now, the original one, the first one, this one is in Miami. There's 180, close to 200 different shrines throughout the whole world, following the same architecture. Some of them little typos of numbers makes it thicker, or maybe the roof has to be a different color because of the, some cities when you build you have to follow some codes, but they all follow the same pretty much. The little square roof. You come in, and when you go inside, then you will see this. Es el santuario cuando tú entras adentro del santuario, esto es lo que vas a ver. Y este es el modelo que también se repite en todas las santuarios. This is the same model that is repeated within all the shrines inside. So you can pass this around and this one around. Okay. So Father Joseph Kempinish is proposing this to the seminarians. He says, what if we ask the Blessed Mother to come to this shrine? La primera parte es que propone el Padre Fundador es, ¿qué tal si le pedimos a nuestra Madre Santísima que tome posesión de este lugar? Bueno, ¿por qué no? Vamos a pedirle a nuestra Madre Santísima que tome posesión de ese santuario. Como si fuera una aparición, pero sin la aparición. Like an apparition, without the apparition. You know when you go to a Marian place where she appears, the presence, you feel her presence, it has a special grace. That's what they were striving for. But this shrine has that sense, that feeling of like a Marian apparition, but without the Marian apparition. So, Mary, you come, make this place your home. Make this your presence. Be present there. Make it a special place. Come. Y pedirle a nuestra Madre Santísima que tome posesión de ese santuario. Y después le dice a los muchachos, y la manera en que la vamos a traer es que nosotros vamos a aspirar a los más altos ideales. Vamos a aspirar por la santidad. Vamos. So, Father Joseph Kempinish proposed, well, let's ask the Blessed Mother to come to this shrine. And the way we're going to attract her to come here is we are going to strive for holiness, for the highest ideal. I'm sure that if our Blessed Mother sees us striving for the highest ideal, she's going to come. And she's going to be here with us to help us make this possible. Entonces, la primera parte es pedirle a nuestra Madre Santísima que tome posesión, y la manera en que la vamos a atraer es por medio de nuestro crecimiento, nuestro deseo de crecer en santidad. If you think about it, that makes sense. If you ask the Blessed Mother to come, how do you bring her? Just strive for holiness. She'll come. She wants to help you be holy as her son is. She wants you to be like Christ. So we ask her to come to the shrine. We strive for holiness. Le pedimos a nuestra Madre Santísima que tome posesión de ese lugar mientras nosotros aspiramos a lo más alto ideales. Okay, but still this is too idealistic. How do you bring it home? Make it a little bit more concrete. All right, let's do the following. As we fulfill our responsibilities in a conscious and faithful way, if you are a wife, I'm sure you have responsibilities that you have to do as a wife. Well, what if I fulfill those responsibilities in a way that is conscious and faithful, true to my vocation as a wife? As I strive for holiness, my day-to-day efforts to grow in holiness, to fulfill my vocation as a wife, that's what I'm going to offer, but I'm going to specifically offer it in this shrine. So the merits of my good works, I'm going to give it to her. And I'm going to give it to her in this location, in this place. So this is a very concrete methodology. Mary, come down here. We're going to strive for holiness. Then all of our daily efforts, good works that we do, everything we're going to put it right there for you. Because for every good thing you do, there's merits that come with it. But instead of receiving the merits of the good work, you're giving it to her. Okay? Entonces, María Santísima, te pedimos que vengas a este santuario. Nosotros vamos a aspirar por los más altos ideales, la santidad. Pero todavía se está quedando como una manera muy abstracta. Vamos a hacerlo más concreto. Que mi diario vivir, mi cumplir mis responsabilidades conscientemente y fielmente, por ejemplo, pero una esposa, tú tienes responsabilidades que tienes que cumplir, como mujer, como esposa, como en la casa, en el trabajo. Tú cumplir con esas responsabilidades de una manera fiel y consciente es lo que tú ofreces en el santuario. Pero es el ofrecerlo todos los días y un lugar concreto. Porque todos los méritos, ¿sabes? Las acciones que tú haces tienen méritos. Si hiciste un gran sacrificio, pues el Señor te muy bien. Y tiene unos méritos que te quiere dar por ese buen acto que hiciste. Pero ¿qué tal si en vez de tú recibir los méritos de tus buenas acciones, se lo das a María? Y dárselo en un lugar concreto. ¿Para qué? Para que ella tome lo que tú le das y ella lo empiece a distribuir. So, what for? Mary, you come down. We will strive for holiness. We're going to bring to you all the merits of our good work, all of our daily efforts, so that you can take that and distribute them from this specific location, as to make this location a place of pilgrimage. So that when someone comes in and they feel, wow, this is special. What are they feeling? Two things. The presence of our Blessed Mother in the shrine, and all the work that you've collaborated with Mary as you strive for holiness into her hands, so that she can distribute those merits of good works to all who come. What's going to happen? People are going to be attracted to this place. And you become her instrument. You're the instrument of bringing people to this place. You're the instrument that brings the gift of your day-to-day life as you strive for holiness in a place where she is. Mary, come to this place. María, tú ven, toma posesión de este lugar. Nosotros vamos a aspirar por la santidad. Los esfuerzos de crecer en santidad en nuestro diario de vivir, te los vamos a entregar precisamente en este lugar, en esta ermita, para que de aquí tú los empieces a distribuir. Entonces la gente cuando entre a ese santuario va a sentir la presencia de María, pero va a recibir la gracia de mi sacrificio que he puesto en ese altar en las manos de María. Así que la gente se va a sentir atraída y tú te vas a convertir en un instrumento de ella, siguiendo una metodología de aspirar por la santidad y toda la oportunidad que tú tengas, depositarlo en un lugar concreto de la cual le llamamos el santuario de Schoenstatt. Now, something also that happens here. A Blessed Mother comes, you strive for holiness, you are depositing the capital into the capital of grace. But you're doing this with Mary. Mary is there, so Mary is also putting graces into it. She's also contributing to what you are bringing forth. And you should put a little jar here. Imagine, typically use like an earthen vessel. Solamente ponemos como un jarrito ahí. so you understand why I like the earthen vessels so much. So every shrine you go, you'll see that earthen vessel somewhere. A cada santuario que tú vas a ver al pie del altar un arito de barro. Oh, aquí está. So something could be something like this. So there we are depositing. Ahí vamos a depositar nuestro trabajo, nuestro esfuerzo en este santuario, donde está María, donde aspiramos a crecer en santidad. So I want you to see the contract. Mary's responsibility, our responsibility. What's Mary's responsibility? Aquí vamos a ver los lados. El lado de María, el lado de nosotros. ¿Qué va a hacer María? Come down. Bajar. Estar aquí. Descender. Estar con nosotros. What are we going to do? We're going to strive up. Queremos subir. She comes down, we go up. We offer. Another word we use is we deposit. Deposit. Deposit capital grace of our offering. Ofrecemos. O una palabra que utilizamos más en Schoenstatt es depositar. Depositamos en ese jarrito. Literalmente lo escribo en un papelito. El día de hoy, ¿qué hice? María, todo tuyo. So every day, you write it, put it there. What does Mary do? Well, she also contributes. She's the mother of all graces, full of grace. Mediatrix of all graces. She too has plenty to share. ¿Qué hace María? María también contribuye. Aquí lo que se está dando es una colaboración de dos partes. Now we have a collaboration going on. So we're putting our part, our efforts, but Mary's also putting her too. And together, now that we're collaborating, graces begin to flow from this shrine. Junto con María, ahora empiezan las gracias a desbordarse de este lugar. So we give it to Mary, she distributes. Ella es la que los va a distribuir. Le hemos confiado toda esta gracia, ella lo distribuye. And what do? We become her instrument. Nos convertimos en los instrumentos de María. Any question about this? So far, una pregunta sobre esto. Este es la alianza de amor. En muy resumidas palabras. Es un documento un poquito más largo, con 3 páginas. Yo lo resumí de esta manera, para poder visualizarlo mejor. Pero lo importante es que se está haciendo de un lugar concreto. Con María. Colaborando. Y hacer de ese lugar un lugar que se convierte en peregrinaje atractivo, donde la gracia fluye. Question, go ahead.
There was 2 arrows coming up from way from the bottom. What was your explanation on those?
So this becomes, there's an attractive force that happens. Oh, let me put it the other way. So from our part, we bring, the idea of we are bringing people, like we invite someone, hey, I'm going to visit the Marian Shrine. Do you want to come with me? So I'm becoming her instrument that is bringing you an invitation. But also, what begins to happen is this becomes a place of pilgrimage. Mm-hmm. People who, they just, word spreads. Someone goes, like, man, this place feels so beautiful. Beautiful place. Yeah. In German is Schoenstatt. La palabra Schoenstatt en español significa lugar bonito. En un lugar donde tú recibes las gracias de nuestra Madre Santísima, de la cual tus hermanos y hermanas han colaborado para depositar, y de ella María distribuye, pues es lugar se va a convertir en un lugar de peregrinaje, un lugar bonito. Tú llegas y sabes, qué bonito es estar aquí. Lugar bonito, en alemán significa Schoenstatt. Antes que proceda, ¿alguna pregunta? Before I go any further, do you understand what I refer to as the three dynamics of a covenant of love? 1, 2, 3. 3 dinámicas de una alianza de amor. 1, 2, 3. Pregunta. A ver, tienen una pregunta ahí. Se está cocinando una pregunta.
Me venía a la mente el templo de Jerusalén.
The temple of Jerusalem was coming to mind. El templo de Jerusalén. El agua que fluye desde el templo de Jerusalén, esa, la imagen de la...
No, de concurren, de que van al templo, a un lugar específico, a encontrar a Dios.
So it reminds me of the temple of Jerusalem, where people go to look and searching for God. Desde antiguo hasta Cristo, con María y José. So now, any question? ¿Alguna pregunta? Porque ahora voy a seguir el próximo paso. I'm going to take it to the next level now. But do you understand this? Okay. Now, this is where it gets really good. So this was happening in the first shrine that was not in Miami. The first shrine was in Germany, in the grounds of the seminary where Father Joseph Kempinich was the spiritual director of the seminarians who were a Marian club within the seminary. You know, I was in the seminary. There's always like a couple of guys who were more Marian than the others, and we'd come together, pray the rosary. We were just the Marian club. We were the Marian seminarians. You know, for some reason we did the consecration. Every Marian feast day, we got all excited, put the flowers, decorated. The rest of the guys are like, oh, yeah, beautiful. Okay, not my piece of cake. Okay, fine, but it is for me, you know. So imagine Father Joseph Kempinich talking to and proposing this to seminarians who already had an inclination for the Blessed Mother and who were already consecrated to the Blessed Mother. And now he's taking it to the next step, the next level. Así que tienen que imaginarse que el padre fundador, Padre José Kempinich, se está reuniendo con los muchachitos, los seminaristas de todo, o sea, por ejemplo, en el seminario donde yo estaba, pues estaban los seminaristas que eran marianos, los otros que pues les daba igual. Y cada vez que una festividad mariana, los que somos bien marianos, ahí estábamos rezando el rosario, haciendo las flores, decorando, la música, queríamos hacerlo especial. Entonces, en el seminario, pues estaban los que se habían consagrado a María y son bien marianos, y los que le daba igual. Muy bien. Entonces, pues había como un club de seminaristas marianos. Pues lo mismo pasaba con el padre fundador, el que comenzó todo este programa, con grupos de seminaristas que dentro del seminario eran un grupito de los marianos, los seminaristas marianos, como un club mariano, vamos a ponerlo así. Y él está proponiendo esto. Ahora, el santuarito, este pequeño santuario, el original, está en los terrenos del seminario. Y era la capillita del cementerio. Estaba en el cementerio donde enterraban a los palotinos y donde guardaban las herramientas para el jardín, era en esta casita. Era una capillita, pero un poquito deteriorada y se había convertido en un lugar donde ponían el machete, el rastrillo, los instrumentos para cuidar el jardín del cementerio donde enterraban a los palotinos. Entonces, el padre fundador le pide permiso al rector, ¿nos daría permiso de coger esta casita, arreglarla y hacerla como nuestro club, nuestra casita club? Y al tener el permiso del rector de poder tener ese lugar y arreglarlo con los muchachos, en el día en que se inaugura su pequeña capillita, es cuando le propone esto a los muchachos. Y ahí comenzó Schoenstatt. Porque lo que fue el primer santuario original en Alemania, ese principio, esa espiritualidad, ahora se ha multiplicado. Después otro santuario en Uruguay, después en otro lugar, el segundo fue en Uruguay. Y de ahí, por todas partes del mundo, se repite el mismo santuarito, mismo diseño, la misma espiritualidad. Donde se le pide a María que tome posesión del lugar, mientras las personas que trabajan en este santuario espiritualmente aspiran por santidad, depositan, aquí en nuestra diócesis, cada 18 del mes, nos recurrimos depositar todos nuestros esfuerzos del mes, cada 18 del mes. María también distribuye, contribuye, y de ahí, del lugar, se empieza a distribuir.
¿Por qué el 18?
Antes que llegue a darme traducción
bueno.
en inglés. That was Spanish, now I gotta go to English.
Yes.
So the original shrine, where Father Joseph Kentinish with the seminarian proposed, and let's live this out here, in the original one in Miami, not Miami, in Schoenstatt, in Germany. And then from there, living out this spirituality, it began to multiply. The second shrine they built was in Uruguay, and nowadays there's shrines throughout the whole world. It's close to, I think, 200 of those shrines. They're in Colombia, en Perú, Puerto Rico, Argentina, Mexico, throughout the whole world. I grew up in the Schoenstatt family of Puerto Rico. Now, antes de la respuesta. Okay, so, antes de llegar allá. So we've gone from the original shrine to multiple copies of the original shrine. We call them daughter shrines. Hemos ido del santuario original en Alemania a tener copias por todas partes del mundo, y a las copias se le llaman santuarios hijas de la madre, la primera, sin número por todo el mundo. And as the spirituality and this methodology began to spread, it went from the original shrine to daughter shrines to home shrines. From the original shrine to daughter shrines to home shrines. Entonces, el caminar ha sido desde el santuario original en Alemania a copias por todas partes del mundo. Aquí tenemos una copia de ella, le llama Santuario Hija, esta es la de Miami. Y mientras sigue desarrollando la teología, la espiritualidad y esta metodología, aplica no solamente el santuario original, no solamente el santuario hijas, copia del original, sino también ahora aplica a los santuarios hogares. Los santuarios hogares siguen esta misma espiritualidad. So, a home shrine is living out this spirituality. So, how does it work? If you go to my house, the rectory here, this is what I have in my house. If I take you there now, you will see that I have my home shrine. Now, I don't have a little house shaped like that, but actually, if you drive in front of the house, the little porch that comes out is in the shape of this. And then when you drive by on 13th Street, I typically keep my window open, wide open, and as you drive by, what you see is a humble replica of this, which is what's inside the original shrine, the daughter shrines, and my home shrine. I have, with wood, and tried to imitate this same artistic design, the same picture and everything, and it's in my home shrine. O sea que, ¿qué es lo que estoy haciendo? Si tú pasas por, esta es la 13, si pasas por la 13, la 14 está acá. Si tú pasas por la 13, que la 14 no está la luz, ¿dónde está la luz? Que para dar frente a la iglesia, esa es la 14. Si te vas por el lado de acá donde está el estacionamiento, la 13, y te vas hacia Maryland, si tú ves a tu mano derecha, la primera casita amarilla esa es la rectoría, en la casa cural, ahí es donde estoy. Y si tú pasas por la 13, en esa casita amarilla, la parte de al frente de la casita, el porch, tiene un estilito así, el techito así, chiquitito, y vas a ver que típicamente dejo la ventana abierta. Si tú ves, si manejas más suavecito y ves adentro, lo que vas a ver es mi santuario hogar, con la ventana abierta, porque estoy viviendo esto desde ahí. So from my home shrine, where I live, this is what I'm living out. I've asked the Blessed Mother, Mary, can you come to my house? She's there. María, ¿puedes venir tú a mi casa? María está allí. María, ven aquí porque aquí yo quiero crecer en santidad. Mary, come and help me because I really want to grow in holiness. I want to be a holy priest. I want to fulfill my responsibilities faithfully and consciously as a priest, as a good priest, but I can't do this alone. Can you come here, be with me, and help me? María, ¿puedes venir y ayudarme a crecer en santidad? Yo quiero cumplir mi responsabilidad como un sacerdote. Quiero ser un sacerdote santo. Quiero hacerlo de manera fiel, responsable, consciente, cumplir con mi misión. Pero yo no puedo hacer eso solo. ¿Puedes venir tú a ayudarme? So if you go to my house, she's there. Si vas a mi casa, ella está ahí. Como si fuera una aparición, sin la aparición. As if it was an apparition without the apparition. But she's there. What do? If you go to my house, you'll see I have a little tank like this. En mi casa tengo un tanquecito como ese. Todas las noches, every night. I write it down and I deposit. Al final de cada día, hago mi examinación de conciencia, lo escribo en un papelito y ahí lo entrego. Al frente de la imagen que tengo de nuestra Madre Santísima. So right in front of that picture, I have a jar. I write it every night. Okay, Blessed Mother, today I give you the Mass, the 2 Masses I celebrated today, the talk that I gave, the wonderful chicken and steak tortilla, that was delicious. I read everything. I give it to you. It's yours. The fact that I was able to see Sister Isabel, my mom and my dad, the people who came, I just put it right there. But what happens? It's not only me. She's also putting things there. She's putting things there. And from there, she's distributing. That's why I open the window. All right, Blessed Mother, whoever passes by, distribute. Because I'm living this out. So I open the window as a very concrete way of me saying, I know you're here, but you're here to help me with what's out there. And I'm your instrument that is going out there to do the work. But I know you're here, and when I get home, you're here with me. And I can talk to you about it, celebrate, cry, do whatever I got to do. So as to strive for the highest ideal, fulfill my responsibility, be your instrument, and make of this place a place of pilgrimage. Why do you think so many people keep coming to this church, San Rita, to the point that we can't fit them no more? It's because this is working. This has become a place of pilgrimage. People coming from everywhere to be here. It's the fruit of the work.
So how many are those in the country?
Home shrines?
Well, the bigger ones. The major shrines.
The daughter shrines?
No.
In the
Yeah,
United
the daughters,
States?
yeah.
The daughter. In the United States?
Yeah.
¿Cuántos son? ¿Cuántos santuarios de hijas de Schoenstatt?
200.
No, pero en Estados Unidos.
Oh, en Estados Unidos.
I know in Texas there's a whole bunch.
I think they're more in the southern states. Is that true? I just,
No necessarily, because Waukesha is headquarters,
I'm
and
just
there's
saying,
3
I know
there.
that Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Waukesha, there's another one in,
Nueva York.
there's one in New York, there's one in Miami. There's like 3 or 4 in Texas. Well, Texas is big, so.
The 3 of them, it said. Here.
Oh, it says that they're open.
No, in the back.
Oh yeah, this would
Might
be.
not updated.
All right, so you have the International Schoenstatt Center. Waukesha is one. Milwaukee, Madison. Then you have the one in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. And then you have one in Nebraska. Then in Lamar. Oh, that's Texas. Lamar. Then you have New York, State Island, New York. Then Elotes, Texas, San Antonio. Austin, Texas. There's 3 in Texas. Then there's the one in Miami. And hopefully,
St. Peter's.
St. Petersburg. That's what we're striving for. But now you understand. Espérate, dame español ahora. Cuando tú pasas por mi casa, vas a ver la imagen, vas a ver toda esta espiritualidad. Yo abro la ventana porque parte de vivir esta espiritualidad es que ella va a distribuir desde aquí. Entonces, yo abro la ventana como un símbolo de decir, María Santísima, yo soy tu instrumento y estoy yendo a la calle a trabajar como un San José, a hacer el trabajo que San José hacía. Regreso a la casa y estás conmigo, estoy aquí contigo me río, me alegro, lloro, triste, las alegrías, las tristezas, las comparto con ella. Pero mientras yo voy depositando y ella también contribuye, ella también distribuye. Si abro la ventana como símbolo de que empieza a repartir gracias. Y me atrevo a dar testimonio que la razón por la cual esta parroquia sigue creciendo es porque su párroco está viviendo esto desde su casa. Entonces, si la casa cural se está viviendo esto, pues la parroquia se va a convertir en un lugar de peregrinaje, donde la gente se va a sentir atraída y la gente va a recibir las gracias. El párroco está trabajando en colaboración con María presente y yo trabajando en santidad. Pero si yo hago esto, imagínate cada casa. Esto puede estar pasando en tu casa. Y así es como haces de una esquinita mariana, una esquinita donde tienes todas tus imágenes muy bonitas y donde rezas tu rosario, haces tus oraciones, a convertirlo en un santuario hogar, pidiéndole a nuestra Madre Santísima que tome posesión de ese lugar, que se manifieste presente en tu casa. Y ahí es que se transforma tu casa en un santuario hogar, donde se vive este compromiso, que le llamamos la alianza de amor, en estas 3 dinámicas de una alianza de amor. So I want to make sure to translate that into Spanish. And then I was going to answer your question. You asked me something? No.
Oh, I just said how many were in the United States.
No. En Estados Unidos, conté que hay como 7 o 8 santuarios hijas, y pues tenemos la gran esperanza de que podamos llegar a tener un santuario aquí en la diócesis de San Petersburg. Pero para que se pueda dar la realidad de un santuario de Schoenstatt en esta diócesis, tiene que haber más hogares, santuarios, hogares, que estén viviendo esta espiritualidad, porque lo que pasa, aquí yo contesto la pregunta de Alejandra, es mis papelitos que yo escribo y pongo al frente de mi santuario, de nuestra Madre Santísima, cada 18 del mes, porque en octubre 18 fue el día en que se hizo la alianza de amor, la primera alianza de amor, fue en octubre 18. Cada 18 del mes nos reunimos en una ermita que tenemos en Clearwater, que es una pared con la imagen de nuestra Madre Santísima. Es abierta, no es cerradita como esta. Es una pared con la imagen muy bonita. Y ahí nos reunimos todos los que tenemos un santuario hogar y estamos viviendo esta alianza para depositar todos los papelitos, ofrecerlo en una misa y después de la misa quemarlos para ofrecerlo. Madre Santísima, aquí está el trabajo del mes de hoy de toda tu familia que está viviendo esta alianza de amor.
Ahí está la foto.
So, here's si quieres pasarla. That's the picture of the, we have a wayside shrine. So we have the original shrine, daughter shrine, home shrine, but that same methodology also applies to what we call wayside shrine. So we have a wayside shrine in Clearwater, which is basically a wall, pretty large wall, 10 feet tall. Wow, I don't know how wide it is. with the beautiful image. She's showing the picture of our Blessed Mother. And that becomes almost like the place where we're practicing the spirituality of having a Schoenstatt shrine. We're now living it out within the wayside shrine. So, if you go to the house now, you will see my tank full of papers. But what do I do with those papers? Where every 18th of the month, we come together in that wayside shrine in Clearwater to bring all of our pieces of paper that we've written throughout the whole month to be offered in the context of the Mass and then burned as an offering. Now, with the same idea, we want to start practicing the principle of the shrine in the wayside shrine. So if you go to the wayside shrine in Clearwater, you should be receiving the graces that the family of Schoenstatt Tampa Bay has been offering there every 18th of the month. So we need more home shrines, more people who've made the covenant of love and live in this spirituality, because all those little pieces of paper is what spiritually feeds a diocesan shrine, like the one in this picture, so that when anybody and everyone comes to the place, they receive from this tank that is full of the graces and sacrificial offerings and love offerings that people have been doing, put in the hands of Mary. And when people come, Mary has plenty to distribute. But it's a distributing that comes in collaboration with us. You are part of Mary being able to give graces of love to those in need. ¿Alguna pregunta? Sí.
What can we do with? Go ahead.
Mi pregunta es, ¿en qué momento deciden esta imagen de la Virgen con el niño? O sea, la Virgen es, ¿por qué no tomaron como una relación de la Virgen? ¿Cuál es la razón que tiene esa?
So the question is, why that picture? Like, why that image of mother and child? Once they fixed the little clubhouse, once they fixed it, and Father Joseph proposes this, then began to pray for an image. And providentially, divine providence, a priest happens to come across that picture, thought of the kids, I'm going to buy this for them, and gives it to them. At the same time when they were saying, Blessed Mother, send us the image that you would like for us to utilize. So it's divine providence. Entonces, le pregunta ella, ¿y cómo fue que llegaron a esa imagen? Porque tantas imágenes de María, ¿por qué esa? Pues llegó a ellos por divina providencia. Ya después que la casita la habían arreglado, ya después que el padre fundador le hace esta propuesta, y los muchachos empiezan a vivirla, sienten como que el deseo de deberíamos tener una imagen de María aquí. Y pues lo ponen en oración, María Santísima, mándanos la imagen que tú quieras. Y un sacerdote del seminario estaba en un viaje, vio esa imagen, la vio muy bonita, ay, se lo voy a comprar a los muchachos. Y este sacerdote no sabía nada de que los muchachos estaban en esa búsqueda. Y llega, le da la imagen y los muchachos, ahí llegó la imagen. Una imagen que llegó por divina providencia, nosotros pedimos, y si nosotros así está comprando en tienda, llegó, se la dio un sacerdote y después, parece que está la que ya quiere. Y ahí llegó la imagen.
¿Y está la original en
Original, hay 3 originales. Este es un artista que hizo 3 copias de ella. Es una pintura que le gustaba. Los derechos se lo había dado una compañía que hacía copias, un sinnúmero de copias. El original, creo que son 2 o 3 que son originales. Y yo sé que una de ellas las tienen las hermanas en la casa central en Schoenstatt, en Alemania. Una de las pinturas originales. So she was asking, where's the original painting? So the artist who did this painting, he really loved it. Actually, he used his own daughter as the model for the Blessed Mother. And he had there's like 2 or 3 of the original paintings. One of those original paintings the sisters have in the house, the headquarters, international headquarters of the sisters in Germany. So they do have. I think the best way, A ver, pero, yeah, there was two questions here, go ahead.
Y el proceso para la apertura de nuevas casas hijas ha sido el mismo, partiendo desde los santuarios hogares.
Ajá. Repítelo de nuevo.
Si el proceso para
Tener un santuario.
Para tener un santuario.
Diocesano.
Sí, ha sido el mismo en todas las partes donde ya hay un santuario, que parte desde los hogares santuarios.
Históricamente no. Es un desarrollo que se ha clarificado con el tiempo. El concepto de santuarios hogar, con el mismo pensar de esto, un pasito para atrás. La primera alianza se hace en el 1914. Desde la original hasta el momento en que el padre fundador dice, por eventos de divina providencia, se da cuenta que eso es lo que la Madre Santísima quería, él se atreve a decir, dice, lo mismo que se aplica al santuario original, que es lo que se aplica a los santuarios hijas, también se aplica a los santuarios hogares. Cuando el padre fundador dice eso, este año, en este noviembre del 2024, se cumplen 60 años de que él dijo eso. O sea que, como movimiento tenemos 114, 115 años, 110 años. Pero desde que llegó el entendimiento de que eso no solamente es santuarios originales, no solamente los santuarios hijas, sino que también aplica a los santuarios hogares, pues hubo un caminar. Un caminar de 50 años. O sea que los santuarios originales, el santuario original y las copias que se hicieron en esos 50 años, no necesariamente seguían este principio. Yo sigo este principio que es el que estoy recalcando en esta diócesis como director espiritual, porque como sé, si tienes santuarios hogares, un santuario se puede sostener espiritualmente. Si no tienes santuarios hogares, si no tienes familias que están viviendo una alianza de amor, ¿cómo vas a sostener espiritualmente un santuario a nivel diocesano? Entonces la importancia y la estrategia que se ha inspirado aquí en esta diócesis es: vamos a trabajar santuarios hogares, y cuando tengamos un gran número de santuarios hogares, ahí entonces vamos a construir un santuario de Schoenstatt con toda la fuerza espiritual de todos estos santuarios hogares que espiritualmente lo van a sostener. Espiritualmente, financieramente, laboralmente, porque pues se convertirá en un lugar de peregrinaje. ¿Quién va a recibir la gente? Presentamos un centro, un baño, una tiendita. ¿Quién va a atender las cosas? ¿Quién va a cocinar? Pues es una gran familia. Entonces, a la medida que hay santuarios hogares, se está cultivando la familia. Y una familia, entonces, puede sostener espiritualmente, laboralmente, financieramente, de todas mentes, un santuario a nivel diocesano. Construirlo lo podemos hacer ahora mismo aquí en el patio de la iglesia. No es fácil, es chiquito, eso no cuesta nada. Pero esa no es la idea. La idea es que tenga la fuerza espiritual de todos los santuarios. Y para que eso se dé, tiene que haber personas viviendo esa dinámica.
Hay que conquistarlo.
Hay que conquistarlo. Hay que trabajarlo. Hay que depositar. Pues si no, es un edificio más. Entonces yo me voy y viene el próximo párroco. No me gusta eso, y lo tumba o lo convierte en un garaje para la máquina de cortar grama. Porque no hay sentido espiritual que lo carga, que lo lleva, que lo sostiene. ¿Sí? Por eso la estrategia. Primero, santuarios hogares. Este retiro es para enfocarnos en los santuarios hogares. Porque mientras más santuarios hogares, más nos acercamos al santuario de Schoenstatt en esta diócesis. So, the question he asked, it's quite a complicated. He asked the question: is the methodology that we're following in this diocese of, well, we're gonna get a lot of multiple shrines, home shrines, and together we collaborate towards the shrine of Schoenstatt in the diocese of St. Petersburg, the shrine of Transfiguration. Is that the methodology that is usually followed? You grow in home shrines, and then from the home shrines, then you build an actual shrine? And I said, no. The original, the first day, we call it the founding day. This was October 18 of 1914. So that's how many years? 110 years ago. As that developed in the understanding of, and you got to think about it, that this happens organically. He proposes this to seminaries. He didn't think it's going to become an international movement as it is right now, 110 years later, all throughout the world. He was just thinking of the seminarians and how it gradually grows and grows and grows from just one shrine to now more shrines. Is that what the Blessed Mother wants? And then prayer, the sermon, divine providence. Oh yeah, she wants more of this. Repeat it. Oh, okay. So then he makes a statement. What happens in the original shrine also happens in the daughter shrines. Now they keep multiplying. Eventually he gets to the point where by divine providence and many signs, the Father says, hold on. Not only it applies to the original shrine, not only to the daughter shrines, but it also applies to the home shrine. That it's this year, November of this year, 2024, will be 60 years since that statement. But Schoenstatt started 110 years ago. So the first shrines that were built in the first 50 years did not necessarily follow that sequence of what we're doing here. What we're doing here of focusing on the home shrines before we get to the actual shrine is something that I discern in part of the closing of the parish. So Transfiguration closes down. My pastoral concern in conversation with the Blessed Mother from my home shrine was, Mary, how do we secure that when the church closed down, that they keep coming to church? That as they're trying to figure out which church they're going to start going to, that somehow there is something of a church that they're still linked to. And ding! Well, if I teach them home shrines, our Blessed Mother will make sure that from their homes, they will make it to church. And then from my conversation with the Blessed Mother, okay, so maybe we give the parish asking for many home shrines, so that way I make sure that the people who leave this parish, they leave with the Blessed Mother in their homes, and Mary will take care of the rest. You see how I'm collaborating with her? I'm doing my part, she does it. Like, you teach them about the home shrine. Once I'm in their house, don't worry, I'll take over. All right, let's do it. And then I can go with a peace of mind when I close that church that at least I left them in the hands of Mary. And Mary will take them to a church. But as a proposal, what I propose to them is, okay, let's give our parish, let's ask for multiple home shrines, starting with our own homes. And together, notice that togetherness, because part of what they were struggling is, we're not going to be one again. We're not going to be a community. We're not going to see each other. We cease to be as a community of faith. Well, no, let's use that community power to be what leads us into a shrine. So now I've empowered their sorrow and their grief into bearing fruits that will benefit an entire diocese. But I can't take credit for that. That was me in conversation, in prayers with the Blessed Mother. What do I do, Mary? I really want to be a good priest to these people. I don't know what to do. I just give it to you. Well, do this. Oh, okay, I could do that. Okay, what do you guys think if you were... And then look at me and say, and then she says, just take him to a shrine in Miami. Okay, I'll do that. We're going to have a pilgrimage to Miami. Anybody wants to come? I drive them over there. Once they went to the shrine and they were inside, it was like, what is this? She's here? Aha! What about if you have this, she's here in your house? What? And then things don't fall. But notice, it's fruit of me having my daily conversations with her. You could have that at your house. So as to make your house not just a house, but a shrine where she is at, whom you talk to, who you fight with and cry go home and she's waiting for me. I don't go to a lonely house. Oh, poor father. Oh, lonely in his house. Es eso que es lo que yo me crié, es lo que puede ser para ustedes. Yo me crié en un santuario. I was raised in a home shrine. That's what my mom and my dad did. I grew up actually thinking that everybody had a home shrine. And then later came to find out, when I go to visit my friends, hey, where's your home shrine? What? A shrine of what? Yeah, your home shrine with the Blessed Mother. What are you talking about? Yeah. We don't have it. You don't have it. Why not? And what's wrong with you? Oh, you have it. And then I came to find out, oh, not everybody has a home shrine. Oh, okay. I guess that's a special thing that I have that not everyone has. But what if everybody did? A place where they grew up with Mary present growing up.
We have a question from Elsie Rodriguez.
Oh, sí, dime, Elsie, en español o en inglés. ¿Qué dice?
Dice, do we need to have that same picture of Mary, or can we have any other visual representation of Mary?
So, the question asked is, does it have to be...
Estamos en vivo. Well, we are live. Yeah. So people can...
So the question is, does it have to be this image or could it be any image? La pregunta que hace, ¿tiene que ser esta imagen o puede ser cualquier otra imagen? I have a very long response to that one. So the quickest answer is yes and no. Yes, but no. Yes and no. The long explanation is, our Blessed Mother has a divine closet. According to the circumstances and the event and the people she's going to visit, she dresses accordingly. So if she wants to go to Mexico, she's going to dress up like Our Lady Guadalupe. Not dress up, well, because it sounds like a clown, but she, what's the right word?
She bought the dress.
She
used the dress.
Oh yeah, dresses up, right? Yeah. She dresses up as Our Lady Guadalupe. Right. She wants to visit the people of Portugal. She's going to dress up as Our Lady of Fatima. And according to the circumstances and the need, she's going to dress up according to the event, to the people, to the recipients of her visit. I hope you don't dress up the same way to go to a picnic and to go to church. You dress according to the event. So, in my understanding, now I'm speaking as a Mariologist, when our Blessed Mother wants to be enthroned into a house as a home shrine, she dresses up like this. It's the same Mary, just it dresses up differently. And that will be another retreat, another conference, where I explain the clothing that she has in relationship with the three movements. Actually, I could do it really quickly now. So, the three movements are represented in her dress. So, I'm going to try my best to do this. The three movements are represented in her dress. So when you establish her in your home shrine, you're dressing her up this way because you're living out these three principles. So if I had yellow, which I don't, the yellow, you see how this goes like this? And then up. So her veil goes like this and up. You see her veil goes inwardly. So she comes in, and we strive in Christ Jesus up. So we go up. Okay. And then the idea of depositing red sacrifices. Look at her hands. Red. Red. So you could almost imagine her hand would be here. And then the green becomes the place of pilgrimage. This goes up. You see her clothing that goes up. So I wish I had yellow so you can see the yellow. She comes down. We strive up. We deposit. She deposits in Christ Jesus. And then green becomes the place of pilgrimage. People come in and out, in and out. So, no, it doesn't have to be that image, but in my experience, when she wants to dress up for the occasion of being the queen of a house, making it into a home shrine, she dresses up like this. Because the dress itself contains that three dynamic. She comes down, we strive up. We offer, she contributes. It becomes a place of pilgrimage. I hope that answers. Oh, I gotta say that in Spanish? Yes. La pregunta es, ¿tiene que ser la imagen de nuestra Madre Santísima? Se llama la Madre tres veces admirable de Schoenstatt. ¿Tiene que ser esta imagen? ¿O puede ser cualquier otra imagen? La respuesta es sí y no. Sí, puede ser cualquier imagen porque es la misma María. Pero no porque María, según las circunstancias, se viste de manera peculiar. Tú no te vistes igual si vas a la iglesia que si vas a la playa. Pero que no. Según las circunstancias, el evento, las personas que vas a visitar, te vistes de diferentes maneras. Las tres dinámicas de una alianza de amor están representadas en la imagen. O sea que al tú vivir estas tres dinámicas en tu hogar, las estás vistiendo con esos tres velos. El amarillo, María baja para estar con nosotros, mientras nosotros en Cristo aspiramos a santidad. Nosotros depositamos, pero María también. Y todo se convierte en un lugar de peregrinaje. El verde. Tú tienes el verde, el rojo, quisiera tener el amarillo, pero no lo tengo. Entonces, ahí sería la cabecita de María, nuestro sacrificio en Cristo, la contribución de María y el entregar, el distribuir. No tiene que ser la imagen de Schoenstatt, de Madre tres veces admirable de Schoenstatt, pero en cierta manera sí, porque ese es su vestido favorito cuando alguien quiere invitarla a su casa, hacer de su casa un santuario. You had a question. Did I answer your question?
No.
No, go ahead.
I was wondering what, like if we had a shrine in our home and we put lots of papers, and we don't have a shrine to go empty it at a mass like you're talking about, what would we do with them?
Did you say you were close to the Sleepy Eye place? No. None of them are close to you?
No, I'd say 8-10 hours away.
So where do you live again?
Northern Minnesota.
So my starting point, if I was you, I'll call International in Waukesha. Say, I'm all the way over here. Is there a family of Schoenstatt people that are working over here? And perhaps they already have a shrine, or a wayside shrine, or several home shrines. I don't know, but if you call headquarters, they'll be able to tell you, well, the closest one is, let me put you in contact with blah, blah, blah. So that's one way. The other one is, you can mail it to your sister and she can come to Clearwater with us. Or you can mail it to Waukesha and say, here, I'm doing my deposit. And you mail it, and then one of the sisters will put it in the capital grace of the shrine.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? Because what I would like to do is to take you to my home shrine and just experience it for yourself. Just witness it for yourself. This dynamic happening live in one place. Ready? Yeah.
Does he live close by?
In the cross the street.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to walk him too much, so don't worry. Es 9:21.
Y acá se supone que terminamos todo. 9:15, ¿verdad?
Sí, algo así. O sea que tendremos que ir para allá y algo así.
I don't know if we have enough time. Pero vamos rapidito. Por el lado de acá. Here, be careful. Aquí hay una bajadita bien drástica, cuidado. Una bajada. Dip C, be careful.
No, but there was but I thought maybe we'll peek in the window. Maybe you want to
That's what he's showing us. I think so. Oh, there's that cute little dog.
He's saying.
Okay.
Oh, I can see it.
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
Oh, that's what he means.
Oh, my goodness.
So you see how this reminds
I
me
gotta
of the
get a
shape
picture
of
of that.
the shrine?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
A little. Uh-huh. Okay. You need light?
You need a light.
Oh, he needs a light.
Gold around the frame.
Oh, there.
Afraid to walk on
So that's my chair.
Wonderful. Oh, you have a big earthen vessel.
It's getting to ready for a deposit.
This is just like the conversations with her. It is out of this that the sermon comes, ideas for the homilies, draw her Christmas and birthday and homilies. I just keep putting it there. Ideas that
You got your family tree on there.
a family gave me that.
Oh, you like a lot of work.
¿Qué quiere decir las palabras?
María nunca perecerá. Los
Come on in,
siervos
guys.
de María nunca perecerá. A servant of Mary will never perish. Original shrine, 1914. And this is when I started this shrine here in Dade City, 2022. So that's where I sit. That's where she sits. And this is what all happens. The three dynamics of a covenant of love. Day after day. Homily after homily. Drama after drama. Fight after fight.
And St. Michael